Well, the time is just gone 10 minutes past 9 as we continue with the broadcast during the second half of the show this morning. We've got Jummah Inspirations coming through this morning with Moulana Naseer Mirazi from the Dawah Department of Jamiatul Ulama Natal. We've got Quantu Private Game Reserve CEO Dr. Shakir Jiva, and they have received the highest 7 crescent rating in South Africa. We'll find out what that means. We will be having the Reverend Frank Chikani, the ANC Integrity Commission's chair, and looking at the Commission's role in the ANC's renewal process. And towards the end of the show, it is Hajj Diaries 2023. This morning, Shaheem Islam live out of the holy city of Makkatul Mukarramah. So all of that's still to come on the show. But right now, we are going across to be joined by our respected, our honorable Maulana Naseer Mirazi. Maulana, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, brother United?
Alhamdulillah, doing very well, and we trust and hope that you're going to have a wonderful Jummah, inshallah. And Maulana, Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim the platform is all yours. We're looking forward to some inspiring nasiha on this beautiful day of Jummah, inshallah.
Ameen, ameen. Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala mentions in the Quran Majid that Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was a nation. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was a nation, and he was one obedient to the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, in the story of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, there can be many lessons that can be drawn from it. But obviously, to encapsulate the lessons that are in the life of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam in 5 to 7 minutes is almost impossible. So then we'll select a few that stand out, and inshallah that will help us become better Muslims. So number one is the da'wah of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. When we know of something, naturally, when a person knows of something that is of benefit, we like to share it with others so that they may benefit too. Similarly, if we know of some danger lurking somewhere, we inform others of it. And this is in essence keeping with the spirit of Islam. One Sahabi says that we pledge allegiance on the hands of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and part of the conditions of the pledge was one nusq likulli Muslim, and that we wish well for every single Muslim. And as a matter of fact, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has called advising or wishing well part of deen, or deen in itself, when he said, ad-deen an-nasiha, deen is to wish well, deen is to show love. And showing love is not restricted to Muslims, or come to think about it, who was Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam inviting, as a matter of fact? So who is the best person really? The best person is one who benefits others. And what greater benefit can there be than calling people to eternal success, which is Iman? So the da'wah of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, it starts off with his people, then his father, and then the king. Now, if we look at the method of the da'wah of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, which is so excellent. When it comes to his people, he reasons with them and gives them simple and practical examples, wherein he asks them if those idols that they are worshipping can eat, can speak, or can benefit of can give them any benefit of any kind. Obviously, those benefits do not have those idols do not have those type of benefits, and in that way, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was able to convey his message to his people. And unfortunately, some of them did not accept, or some accepted. But then look at the brilliance in Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam as a child. When he approaches his father, he first creates the platform or tills the land by showing him his due respect, and thereafter inviting to Islam. And this is very important for any person who is engaged in the work of da'wah, that we need to understand the ranks, the levels of the people who we are addressing. Anzilun nasa manazilahum Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam teaches us that treat people according to the level of understanding and according to the statuses. So he says to his father, Ya Abati, look at the address, oh my beloved father. In other words, he's echoing the sentiment that I am, although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed me with knowledge that he has not blessed you with, but I am still your son. I'm still that small boy in front of you, and I have no right to actually disrespect you, but I should come submissively and respectively to you. And then look at the address now when he invites the king Namrud, and we well know that king, as much as they demand respect, but they are also very arrogant. So then, with regards to the arrogance, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam presents such proofs that actually drop the king, and the king is unable to answer. He tells him that Allah Ta'ala gives life and he gives death. And then this person says, I can give life and I can give death. He tells the person, kills him, etc. But then after that, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam cites such an example that does not allow him, or that makes him dumbfounded, that is unable to answer. He says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings the sun from the east and makes it set in the west. You bring it from the west and make it set in the east. And obviously, you know, he cannot do that. So this is the dawah of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and the three different categories of people that he gave the da'wah to, we should try and bring into our lives as well. And then the second glaring sifat of quality in the life of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and these are actually intertwined, but they are intertwined. One is that of sacrifice, and sacrifice cannot be done obviously without submission. And we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says with regards to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, قَالَ لَهُ رَبُّ أَسْلِمْ, that, oh Ibrahim, submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When he said to him, submit, and he said, I submit to the Lord of the world. So amongst the outstanding features is that of sacrifice of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and a person cannot sacrifice without submitting. And only that person who has submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can be ready to sacrifice every single thing of his for the sake of the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we have Qurbani at our doorstep. There will be many of us sacrificing our animals. But let us ask ourselves, have we sacrificed, have we learned to sacrifice our desires for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Just like Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he was prepared to give everything in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he was asked to leave his son in a barren, leave his mother, leave the son of his mother and his mother in a barren land, and leave and actually sacrifice the son. We see this in the life of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, that he was prepared to give up everything for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, submitting to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Although we are not asked to do such very demanding tasks, but our daily salah, etc., are we submitting to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And the next quality is that of trust, tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, unwavering trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the book of Naseer, there are many incidents that are mentioned with regards to the tawakkul that Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam had. But we see this when Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is thrown into the fire. Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam comes to him and he says, do you need anything? Do you need any help? He says, no, not from you. I don't need anything. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sufficient for me. Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is enough for me. He's the best extent of my affairs. And when the king tried to interfere with his respected family, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam engaged in salah and begged Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take care of his family. And you will know that the king was unable to make any advances. And when he was asked to leave his son Ismail and Hajar in the barren land of Makkah Mukarramah, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam obviously did not question the command of Allah ta'ala. He did as he was instructed. And then the last is, which was a very, very trying test upon Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, as we know that Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was blessed with a child when he was well over 70 years. But then again, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he submits to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he offers his child as a sacrifice for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But then we will know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exchanged that Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam for a ram, and which then afterwards became what we know as Qurbani. So these are the primary lessons that we learn in the life of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. And the fourth is the submission. At every single juncture, at every single step, we see Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam submitting to the will of Allah ta'ala. And lastly, his excellence in whatever he was doing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we tried Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam in many facets of his life, and we found him to be excelling, to coming out on top. And look at the fact that Qurban is around the corner as well. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Inna Allah kataba al-ihsana ala kulli shay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written excellence in everything. So whatever we are doing, we ought to do it excellently. When it comes to slaughtering our sheep, when it comes to fulfilling our salah, our zakat, everything that Deen has commanded us to do, we should do it excellently. We should do it well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't demand perfection. But Allah ta'ala does demand excellence, that we do it to the best of our ability. So now, all these lessons that we learned in the life of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, let us try to imbibe all these qualities and bring it into our lives. And then what we will get, like how Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he became the chosen and beloved friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored his sacrifices and made it a part of our religious rights. And Allah ta'ala says, with regards to his excelling, again, we tested Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and so to say in our colloquial, we passed with flying colors. We want to go into the hereafter in such a state that Allah Ta'ala is happy with us and we pass with flying colors. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us tawfiq and ability to understand and carry out the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the best manner possible. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Ameen, Summa Ameen. Jazakallah khairan so much, Moulana, for that wonderful nasiha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us acceptance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to understand and to practice upon what He said. Allah reward your efforts as well, Moulana. And Jazakallah, as always, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Moulana Naseer Mirazi with us, the Dawah Department of the Jamiatul Ulama Natal with the Nasiha this morning. We're going to go for a break. We come back. We'll be joined by CEO of Quantum Private Game Reserve, Dr. Shakir Chiba.
For a long time, we've lived in the central